There we go. Back up again. Sometimes YouTube does that to me. It's a YouTube thing. You get used to it after a while. So, here we go. Yep. Well, actually, we're in another show. Maybe I hit the wrong button. I don't know. But I am live, and apparently it started another part 2. Yeah, that does sometimes happen. Part 2, part 1. But trust me, I think part 1 and part 2 is pretty clear of what I said. Maybe I hit the wrong button. I don't know. But I am live. Started another part 2. Yep, we're live on part 2. Apparently, Michelle's DSL dropped the link again. It does that. So, no, I'm still here, but I think I'm on another chat group. Yeah, I'm on another chat group. So let me just get this fixed here. We don't need this on the screen anyway. Yeah, let me just turn off the chats anyway, because it just irritates the hell out of me. That way I can go ahead and quietly talk to you without having to worry about the screen. So, where is the show now? Yes, we are on another window here. It's Michelle's internet that does it. It just drops show streams. Video output is low. What in the hell is going on? Oh, wait, I know what to do. Don't be surprised if we get a video stream on part 3, guys, because I want to switch this thing on. Because it says the video output rate is low as hell. So let's see if I can get this rate up on the T-Mobile link. And that's what happened, is the chat got screwed up because of Frontier's internet went out. So let's switch this open here. It's Michelle's internet. Michelle's internet is atrocious. It is atrocious. And Michelle really needs to fix her internet. Okay, so let me switch this thing over. You might notice a loss of signal again. So let's get this on here. Turn on Wi-Fi. Just be a second as we switch this thing over to Frontier, T-Mobile. Okay, let me make sure this thing is working here. Let's see if the video is up. Yes, it is up. It transferred over. It switched over correctly. Good. So, Bob Dog, oh, how virtual feelings change, damage. I am not a girl, and I. Okay. Oh, I got everybody back on the right pages now. Great. All right. So now let me do what Michelle showed me what to do now. To fix the online chat so I can see you guys again, all I have to do is, Michelle said, to click on the circle where you get the green, then click edit. Then go over to desktop settings. Where is my cursor? There it is. Then go over here and select the other pop-out window, which is the one that I'm looking at. Then, to get rid of the capture area on the top and bottom of the screen, go ahead and click on that window, which I just did. Is this the right one? I think that's not the right one. Wait a minute, I think it's the right one. We'll have to find out. Let's fix it anyway. So I do is I click on here, and I slide this down right here. And then on the bottom part, I slide this up here. and you'll see what I'm singing in a second here. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Bingo. And I'm done. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fade this in. Done selecting. And I'm going to dissolve it into the screen. And hope it's the right one. And it says, Lumi is the worst. Oh, excuse me. No, I'm not. I am not the worst. Honestly. And just saying is just that I have a different way of approaching things than Michelle does, and that's just the way it is. And let me take the bit right here. Michelle says the first thing you want to check is something called Q. And Q is 36. And I think that's where it's moderate. Bitrate is 500.6 kilobits per second. Speed is 1x, which is what you want it at. I'm just going based on what Michelle told me. She said the reason why the stream cut out was not because of what YouTube was thinking, was because of the, I am not malicious, far from it. As I said, I have to keep an eye on so many things. And I have a hard job ahead of me. I always do, because Michelle has problems in her life that she needs my help with. And we work together to resolve those matters. So it has nothing to do about being nice. It means that I have to be the one that basically, helps keep things in order. I'm the strong alpha female. I'm the one who provides the force that keeps not just the social community together, but I don't tolerate crap, okay? As I said, I hate to say it, but Michelle is, yes, I did call Michelle a pussy earlier, and Michelle kind of got a little bit pissed, but honestly, when it comes to being tough, Michelle is not it. She doesn't have what it takes to handle certain things. But like I said, if people behave themselves and treat each other with decency, I won't have any reason to basically, get in your face. That's just the way it is. I don't want to get in your face. But if you are going to put people down and yell at them and of a nurse ratchet, no, I have not a bad person. It's just that, like I said, if you treat people decency and you treat me nicely and you show politeness and courtesy, I'm going to be much more likely to return the favor. But if you're yelling at me and calling me nasty things, I am not going to sit there quietly and let you basically walk over me with cleats or spurs, okay? That's not going to happen. Now, maybe you can push Michelle off a cliff and you can watch Michelle basically fall and die, and I'm not going to fall and die for you or anybody, because I am way more in command of myself than even Michelle is. That's why Michelle depends on me to help her out. On her show, I'm actually the one who's quietly helping give Michelle the confidence she needs to keep going. I'm the one that's been helping Michelle to do great things. But if you think you're going to push me off a cliff, you got another thing coming, Buster, because I've been around a long time. In fact, I've actually been around a little bit about the same time technically as Michelle has. Sure, I've only had 32 lives, because guess what? There was two reasons. One, I didn't come back to Earth 2 other times when Michelle came back 33 times. And number 2, the lives that I have come back for, I have lived to at least be 60, 70 years old, where Michelle on the average dies at 30. So you figured out that one. Oh, no, that's not the way it works. Michelle and I already are very much been talking about that. Okay, the point here is you would love to see me disappear. But I'm not going to disappear because, first of all, Michelle and I are very deeply committed to staying together. But if you keep pushing Michelle off the cliff, that's what I'm afraid of. And if you think that you're going to treat her with such disrespect and dragging her into matters of trauma and carrying on about this person, that person, backstabbing this person, that person. Well, Michelle is not able to take it out very well, but I will basically come out here and I will tell you where it's at. Don't you worry about it, Mayhem. Don't you worry about that. Michelle is going. She already said, I was the one who told her, you got to go. You got to go. Because if you don't go and you let these people drive you off the fucking cliff, all the horses and all the king's men is not going to save your ass again. That's exactly what I'm afraid of. So, for those people who think Michelle is the low-cal with extra sweet coffee that can basically rot your teeth out, I'm going to tell you something. I'm the kind of person that'll give you a roundhouse to the jaw and knock your teeth out. Because I am the butch. I'm the strong one. I'm the one that helps keep Michelle safe from people. And that's one thing. You say my channel's the same as Michelle's? No. No, because I always told Michelle privately she should go anyway because of her anxiety issues. Even before the girls already said the same thing. So it was actually both. I said it first to Michelle. I was one who had her go to therapy back in November for 6 months. July. Let's see, it was July. Yes. July, August, September, October, November, December, January. It was my insistence that she go for therapy. And she went. And she did great. But then everything was fine until the situation reoccurred again with new drama, new problems, and all of a sudden, all the coping strategies that her therapist taught her went whoop, right out the window. And that is why I said, you got to go back. And also while you're at it, you got to talk to your doctor and find out what's wrong with your ears. Physically wrong with your ears. Why do you have pain in your right ear? What's wrong with your right ear? She said, I don't know. I said, you got to go and find out. Because if your ears hurt and you can't hear people damn well, you're going to have to fix that. Otherwise, you can't take phone calls because every phone call you're going to take, they think that you basically are being stupid. And you're not hearing them because they think that, you don't want to. But if you are having physical problems with your ears, you need to get it fixed. Well, if Michelle doesn't do YouTube, that's fine. But I'm not necessarily going to stop her from doing YouTube. Because that's up to Michelle to do. But I do agree with Michelle that maybe it would be better to focus on what she does do, which is videos. Michelle used to do a lot of videos, a lot of repair videos. And she does like doing the videos because she can edit them down and make them better as needed. And I agree, that would be much better for her to do that. Lumi causes Michelle so much pain and hard times. Excuse me, I hate to say this, but Michelle unfortunately causes her own pain and hard times. Leave me out of it. Okay? Please, keep me out of it. Michelle, I hate to say it, has a habit of basically being so easy to mislead that she sometimes does stupid things that causes her to get into stupid messes. Despite the fact that I have to keep telling her over and over again, don't do that, it's not going to work. And she goes, yeah, what the fuck, I'm doing my way anyway. And then she ends up basically screws up everything. But no, Michelle usually listens to me, but when her emotions get in the way, you can kiss that idea goodbye. Right now, I'm just reading the screen. There's no phone calls right now. I wish Michelle was here to defend herself. Stop speaking to in Michelle's behalf. Oh, excuse me, regulators, but I have a right to speak on Michelle's behalf, and Michelle is always listening. And I know damn straight well, I know what's going to happen on Saturday. Michelle is going to try ripping me an asshole. I know that, unless me and Michelle talk about it in private. But the point is everybody would agree with me. When it comes to being, unfortunately, being sympathetic and being pushed over, Michelle does have that problem. Go ahead, you're on the call.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Lumi.
What?
What sort of kibble do you prefer? Like Blue Ribbon or Rachel Ray? Or do you go for the canned food?
Excuse me?
What sort of kibble do you prefer?
I don't even have
Who's
cable.
a good girl? Who's a good girl? Sit, Lumi.
I tend to watch a lot, when I'm with Michelle, we tend to watch a lot of Good Eats and Worst Cooks of America. And also Cutthroat Kitchen.
Do you bark at the TV?
We watch those through a Cody box.
When somebody comes to the door, do you bark a lot, or are you real good-mannered about it? You go,
I am not a dog. And if I was
a
a dog, these people would seriously have problems.
We're going to give you a bone. Who's a good girl?
That's enough of that. In fact, if I was a breed of dog, I'd be a Doberman Pinscher, and you know it. No, I don't eat dog food. The point is that everybody has been getting on my nerves a little bit because everybody thinks that I basically am not doing enough to protect Michelle from the bad people. And that's not true. I have been trying to protect Michelle from the bad people. Okay, you're on the phone. Go ahead.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
Point of the matter is that I have done, a lot to help Michelle. And Michelle knows I do help her, despite what people think. But I hate the way that some people have been treating me, in general. And I just make sure we understand that on my channel, I am not Michelle. I do not do Michelle. I do not play Michelle. I play me. And normally I can be a really nice person. But if I'm just saying in the ground rules right now, is if you respectfully treat me decently and you have, and show courtesy, I will be courteous to you and I will treat you nice. But if you're going to go ahead and you're going to come in on my show and you're going to basically lambast me and call me horrible names and then think I'm just going to sit there and just gnash my teeth, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm just so I have a different attitude in life. You got the phone, go ahead.
Roll over, girl.
It's the same damn person. Get unique people. Go ahead.
Who let the...
No, I don't beat up on Michelle. That I do not do. I help with Michelle. Michelle works with me. We work together. But sometimes I have to be a little bit more stern with Michelle because sometimes Michelle needs to be basically explained in an adult, a nice way. I do talk to Michelle about things that are concerning me. And these, those issues, sometimes I have to show some assertiveness. It's just different than bullying. Because assertiveness is you can speak and clear your mind without basically hurting anybody. Go ahead, you got the phone.
Fuck you, Lumi. You suck dick. Nobody likes you, bitch.
Oh, I wouldn't say that nobody likes me. Go ahead, you got the phone.
Busty ass.
Okay, I've had enough of that. No more phones. I'm not going to sit there and listen to me attacked over and over again. Because it's not fair to me. And I'm like, I mean that honestly and straight out to my face, to your ears. I don't mean to be rude, but I mean, it's very simple. I want to be respected for who I am, and I'm a good person. But I have a right to stand up and defend myself. And if you, like I said, you treat me nice. If you respect me, I respect you. There's no problem there. It's the ones that basically think I'm a joke, the ones who think I'm just a moron, and the ones who think that because I'm a moron because I speak my mind. No, I am not a moron because I speak my mind. Now, that says a lot about me. That unlike Michelle, and Michelle did agree with me in private, she said when it comes to the show is you take command and you basically not afraid to smash heads. Because you got that kind of personality that says, don't push me, Buster. You know, that's what it takes sometimes with YouTube. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit more aggressive. Because these audience otherwise are gonna walk over you with cleats. I keep trying to tell this to Michelle quietly. You gotta be tougher. And she's like, yeah, but I don't want to make people cry. And I said, look, they're trying to make you cry. So you're going to have to realize that it's as much as you want to be friends with everybody, there's just some people that are not want to be your friends. They just want to be basically see you as a joke. Michelle's calls it way nicer because she's nice to people, unlike Lumi. I can be nice too, guys. Honestly, I can be nice too. But if I'm going to be getting attacked, I am going to fight back. That's just me. This row gives me 3 ellipses. What does that mean? Very interesting question. Came up on Hangouts. Have you fallen out with me again? No, I did not. Okay. So, the point is, I see we have missed a video call. I am going to see if I can try to call the group back again. Rachel was supposed to be on show today. I'm going to see if I can get my mouse working. Where is it? There it is. There it is. All right. Let me call the group back. Okay. Okay, group didn't answer. So, well, so far the show is just pretty much about complaining. Well, okay, we can do other things. I'm not afraid to. So what other topics do you want to cover? Because I would be more than willing to do that. It's already 2:12, so we got about 45 minutes or so. If anybody wants to come up with something a little more exciting. Do you know anything about auras at all? You will never see a red light around a person's head. If the red, that would be the root chakra. That would be around their legs, not their head. Auras are signified around the head area. It would be an upward going or downward going based on the head colors in the area. If you see a heavy red aura around a person's feet, it means that they're well grounded. If it's a upward going aura, it's a red aura around the feet. It means that they are well grounded. If it is a dark malted brown and is facing downwards, it means that that person is not well grounded. If a person has a upward going rate or around the green chakra, your solar plexus, it means that they have good health in their speech centers. If it's downward going, it means that there's something wrong. Actually, it's around the chest area. I'm sorry. That means that there's something wrong with the spirit of the heart, or even the physical heart. And then there is one on the orange ones around the sacral areas. Same thing. If it's upward going, it means that they are good sexually. Now we get into the indigo and into the octarine auras, which are the ones that most associated. You probably would be able to see them most around me. Octarine aura is usually a multicolored aura, which is above the head. The violet aura is around the head and tends to either be an upward flowing, i.e. a person has got a good healthy spiritual rank, or downward flowing, is implying that the person has spiritual health issues. The octarine aura, which is of higher elevation of energy, which Michelle has, is a aura that usually means that they're attuned to higher energy forces. Usually, octarine auras are usually higher energy levels and are of the usually upward going. But if you have a downward aura, that means that basically that you're more attuned to something potentially negative, or something's causing damage to your octarine aura. No, the devil's not in my eyes. I'm just telling you how auras work in basic, general, simple form. The additional auras of the additional colors were added later to the Kundalini color set. The last official color of the auras was white, followed by octarine and higher energy levels. Well, sorry you don't like that. But, no, oh my God. So, do you want to take this one on, or should I you want to type it later? Because it looks like she's going to drag you through a big type session. Oh. So, let's see, any messages from me in the group? No. All right, so Michelle's prayer to Jesus is going to see Michelle's thinking of the presence of the devil. First of all, the devil works with a negative energy. It is actually total absence of all light. It's total black. The darker the forest is more absorbing of energy. Trust me, I am not evil. I mean, what you might be seeing is a bit of a red anger or red rage, which would make sense considering the fact that I was getting a little bit angry about the way I was being treated. But you have to understand that I am very protective of Michelle, and I help Michelle do a lot because Michelle is my spouse. But I do realize that Michelle has deficiencies. And Michelle knows I'm being honest about her deficiencies. Because one of the things she told me was Lumi, I want you to be honest if I'm doing something wrong. Because I can't always tell. And thus, I told her this in private before I mentioned it on the show. That one of the biggest problems with Michelle is she has a big heart. But unfortunately, sometimes her heart gets away with her head, and she can't think clearly because her heart's telling her to do something and her head's telling her something different. And that's where the anxiety comes in. And that's where it becomes really hard for her to focus sometimes on her show because of the fighting between her heart and her head. I already embraced Jesus. I already embraced Mother God and Father God. I am Michelle's spouse. We both love and respect Mother Jesus, or Mother Asna, and Father Yahweh, and Brother Jesus. Jesus is our brother in spirit, and also on the other side, he is literally our brother in spirit, because he is another one of us. We both embrace all three, and we have always loved all three very much. But it's because I happen to be a child of the divine. Does not mean that I'm always going to sit there and basically allow someone to roll over me. That's not going to happen. You already did that to Michelle. You already broke Michelle. You already hurt Michelle. But because of that, I am going to be honest when I tell you this. You cannot and you will not be allowed to hurt me. And I have to now help Michelle pick up the pieces of her life that has been shattered and try to figure out how I'm supposed to help her fix a problem that is going to take a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of therapy. And that is really going to be very important for the sake of our union. And I'm not mad at you individuals who are trying to be nice and courteous. I have nothing against you. It's the ones that deliberately went through and caused problems for Michelle. And Michelle can't take it. Michelle doesn't have the ability to take it. And I have the ability to take it, but I'm not going to sit there and tolerate it. There's a big difference. Well, you can understand me just fine. But anyway, I think you got the point. Now, for next week's show, I hope that God I can come up with something a little more exciting of a topic. But I want you to know that I do care about all the people that respectfully understand that I just ask people to treat me with respect. I respectfully treat you with respect. And I ask you to keep in mind that if we are ever going to have a successful, good channel, that we need to have respect for each other and show courtesy and be ladies and gentlemen and act with decency. And you have a right to have your own opinion. That's fine. But if you decide basically that my opinion is less significant than your own, well, that's kind of hard to tolerate. Well, that's your choice, ma'am. You can come or you can go. It's up to you. But honestly, you obviously like the show. That's why you came here. And so many of you also complained so much about Michelle's show. And Michelle's show really needed you guys as subs. And yet you all walked away from her show. And she needed you the most. And yet you didn't give a shit. You didn't care. You walked away. You left Michelle with a broken heart and a broken spirit. Now I've got to help Michelle re-heal and repair all the damage that was done by all these people. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to take time. I was one who, on my own, in addition to Rachel saying, we need to get you into therapy. We do. Because Michelle, unfortunately, has become a broken spirit. She doesn't know what to do anymore. But she is a good person. And she loved you. And she wanted to do a good show with you. But so many of the people here caused a lot of pain. And we're not going to let that continue to happen to my spouse. And it certainly is not going to be allowed to happen to me. And I'm sorry if that potentially is going to result in a zillion dislikes. But you know what? Someone has got to tell it very clear where it's at. That would be me. But for now, I really don't have much more to say. And I am going to let you go. So, do me a favor, people. Stay out of trouble. And I will see you guys next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Or actually 1 p.m.